It had all the makings of a big scam.
And you were a member of that panel.
And Parliament sought to jump in earlier in the day.
Yes. Did you sign this report willingly?
Yes.
You signed it willingly?
Yes.
By conviction?
I signed because my officers actually as I told you, when we went to the school, I led the team, but I left them to do the report.
Two schools, Ruaraka High School and Drive-In Primary School, are sitting on a boiling controversy that could lead to their eventual eviction if what has been tabled before the Senate Public Accounts and Investment Committee is anything to go by.
We have subdivisions that didn't go through, so it's a process that really wasn't undertaken properly. And I think the long and short of it is that the process we followed to pay for these parcels of land should have been better handled.
I don't understand, and I'm sure Wanjiko out there does not understand, how a government agency or government will pay a parcel of land in full and yet this title is charged in a bank.
The Lands Ministry faulting the Mohamed Swazuri-led National Lands Commission, as well as the then Education Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i, for approving the irregular payment of 1.5 billion shillings.
If government was on a piece of land since 1984, then 34 years later, government decides to buy the land. How?
From the paperwork available to us, there are gaps in the process which should have been addressed but were not addressed.
The Education Ministry, through its PS Belio Kipsang and Regional Education Coordinator John Ololtua, told the same committee that the ministry followed due process in committing the payments to acquire the land that the school has been sitting on for the last 34 years.
Yes, the National Land Commission wrote to us. So we responded to the National Land Commission,
yes,
saying if the complaint, as they have said, is what they have said, then they needed to guide us.
What authority does the National Land Commission have, after that authority has been given by government, to sit in a boardroom and nullify that allotment letter, then having the ripple effect of now causing these compensations?
But according to an advisory from the Attorney General tabled before the committee, the NLC had been advised not to make any payments to the developers. The committee had invited the three directors of the land, Francis Mburu, Justin Mburu and Mark Mburu, to appear before it, but they acquired a court order blocking the same. The three were before Justice Pauline Nyamwea, alleged a plot by influential persons in government and parliament to slice part of their 96-acre piece of land. The protracted land tussle between the two schools in Ruaraka and the three private developers appears to be far from over. The matter now being probed by three committees of Parliament, the Public Accounts and Investment Committee of the Senate Lands Committee, as well as the National Assembly Departmental Committee on Lands. Stephen Letoo, Citizen TV, Parliament Buildings, Nairobi.